your fucking review. Trying to rewrite it.
Trying to teach your nan how to join a Zoom call.
Yeah, Nan, you just press the button. What's the button?
Yeah.
What button? What do I do?
Where do I need to? Hello. I can't hear you. Where are you? Are you in there?
So right, you should have gone live. Right, we should be live.
I hope we're not live.
Still back on nostril cam.
Yeah.
Nostril cam. Way,
Right.
welcome.
We should
welcome.
we should be live.
Are we live? That's exciting.
Hang on a second, I'm just checking.
Jay, like, Jay,
Oh,
I'm wearing your hoodie, Jay.
What? You got the fucking Dreamcast one on?
No, this one.
What? Oh, I can't see the. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, the Sonic one that you made me buy. That's good.
Yeah, well,
I can see it as live on Twitch.
That's
as well.
brilliant.
Looks,
Classic comfy.
looks good at you. On you. Looks damn so better than you on you than it did on me.
Although it's just like zooming in on Ian.
so every time you talk, it should zoom in on that person.
Oh, it's in presenter mode. I see.
Oh, it's not. I thought you got the special 4 boxes.
Right.
Do you know what I'm not doing? Following Xbox Tavern. That's terrible, isn't it? Where am I? No, I am.
Oh, follow yourself. That's.
I mean, with my own account.
Oh, okay.
I bet he does it the other way around. Right, let's.
But I don't think I followed Xbox Tavern either.
Yeah, what's this?
Right, there you go. I've hosted the channel.
Why am I being... Oh my god. Technical difficulties galore, really, isn't it? Let's hope this battery
Me.
holds up, shall we?
Jay, you are so old.
Why am I so old? Why is it coming up in there in the corner? Oh,
Go in, Jackie. Just be live now.
Hello.
Jay, come on.
It's alright.
How
It's
do
alright.
I do this now?
We get started in a second, don't worry.
Are we live?
Don't you worry about that.
Hello? Hello? Are we live?
Is anyone there? Can anyone hear me?
I can't see you.
You can't.
I can't see you.
Is there? How do you? When do we start with the twitching? Do I get my first judder as well? That's a good old. That's a reference, isn't it? It's a reference.
Judo.
That was like the
with
W.S.
Bacardi
Smirnoff.
Breezers, wasn't it? That's Bacardi Breezers.
Oh, it was Bacardi Breezers. You're right.
Judder.
Yeah, that was it.
You listen to Bacardi Breezers? Send us some.
Don't say
Do they still make
Yeah, send them just to Ian.
Oh no, I'll take them. Rather than lime.
Yeah.
Used to love those flavours.
Oh, too much. They're too much.
No, they were awesome.
Like the old bottles of what was it with the Archer ones?
I think it was just called Archers. They were
It
little,
was just
like,
called Archers,
yeah,
wasn't it?
they
Oh,
were,
it's
yeah,
still
they're
Archers, yeah.
mixers, yeah.
Yeah.
Little mini Archer mixers.
Are you sure they were
Bottles-
mixers, not just the big bottle of Archers?
Oh, there was plenty of them as well. Don't worry.
Nah, they're in like the Coke bottle shaped ones, but with a peach on the front.
Yeah. and they
Oh
were
yeah, I
fucking
remember
horrible.
those.
Oh, yeah.
All right, there we go. Am I following Xbox Tavern? I think I am.
Oh.
You're still going, Jay. Come on.
Hey, put the review down.
All right, are we ready? Are we ready to start?
We're ready to
Let's
start.
have a-
I'm not recording any audio for audio
Legal
podcasts. I'll just throw this up on YouTube and at some point work out how to.
Yeah, I think we'll start with that. We'll just chuck them.
We can always
up
download.
on here, and then if needs be, we can download the because I've got a thing that you can get the audio off of YouTube. Anyway, we can deal with that later. Right.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome back. The Xbox Tavern podcast is back. Obviously, professional as ever. We're off to a good start. I'm Jamie. Joining me this week, we've got Daniel.
Hello.
Daniel. Graham.
Oh.
And Ian.
Hello.
Hi, Ian. How are you all?
All good. All good.
How are you, Jamie? How are you?
I am tremendous. Ready and raring to go, obviously. Obviously, the podcast went away for a little while when Mark took over. Mark left last year, and I ended up taking over the reins of the tavern. So it's been a bit of a hectic year trying to keep everything back in on track, but I thought we'd get cracking, seeing as the Series X and S are on the horizon. See if we can try and share some of our thoughts and opinions on them when we get hold of them eventually. In was it 11 days now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting close.
Yep, close. No, yeah, 11 days. Yeah.
You saying that you didn't get one sent to your house?
I did not get one sent to my. Despite my best efforts, I did not get one sent to my house.
Oh, boo.
I even said please and thank you, but not this
But
time
I
round.
did. No, I didn't.
Not, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me, Ian, with you. Somehow they would have, found your email address and be like, I don't want to send it to you, but Ian, you look like someone who could do with a.
Yeah, if you came up with like the, I got one.
That's it.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Ian fucking managing getting his hands on one before. But yeah, so we thought we'd join the sparse ways. There's not many podcasts out there, especially gaming ones. So we thought we'd jump back into the swing of things and see how we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to each week start with a sort of a main topic about the new consoles. Obviously, once we get hands on them, we'll have a specific thing we want to talk about, and then a little bit about what we're playing, about reviews we're doing, anything else the team want to bring up, and we'll go from there. So hopefully everyone will enjoy this wonderful start to the proceedings, yeah, let's start strong and carry on. So we'll start with the topic of the week, which obviously, as I said, we haven't got the consoles in our possession yet, which is sad, but not unexpected. But I wanted to ask all three of you if there's anything in particular that you're keen to look forward to and to try on day one when we get our hands on it. Any features, any games, anything in particular. So I'll start with you, Dan, if you want to have a quick think and tell us what you're looking forward to.
So I am actually looking forward to this kind of the load times, these reduced load times, seeing, I think it was, which was the biggest one I saw in reduction? Red Dead Redemption, from 2 minutes down to, it was under a minute. I think it was 45 seconds. So I've got two little kids, so gaming time is very, very short, sharp. And it sounds really stupid, but I can't be waiting 5 minutes for a game to load. So this whole load time kind of cut in half is one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to, finally.
Yeah, I think we all share that when we've all got the kids as well. The last thing you want, you think, I could just squeeze a quick 10 minutes in here, and it takes half that time to even get started. And
exactly.
Dad, please leave me.
Just as the game comes up, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I just wish they picked a better example than Red Dead, because even 45 seconds is still long for some games to sort of start up. But you just want it to be like jaw-dropping. If they said, it loaded in like 20 seconds, you're like, wow, that is a lot quicker.
So, well, I think one of the other big ones was it State of Decay? I think that went from 1.5 minutes, and I think that was down to kind of 30 seconds. There was one of them that was quite a good drop.
Yeah, Watch Dogs Legion is another one. I'm playing that now, and the load times are quite long. But I looked into it, and in Series X, it's literally seconds compared to like 30, 40 seconds. You're waiting. It's going to be like 5-10 seconds on the series. That's going to be amazing.
So that's the bit I was looking for. The shorter ones that suddenly become nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait like 15 seconds here or there. Now it's just you're not waiting that at all. Now.
Yeah.
You're just straight into it.
You played out of oh God's sake, get it the right way around. Outer Worlds last year, didn't you, Gray?
Yeah.
That one's gone from what was it, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, down to about 15 seconds apparently.
Oh yeah, that was meant to be a big one as well. That's gone down, yeah.
That's one of the biggest differences in.
I didn't realize it was a continually growing thing, because I got to the end of that and kind of stopped. I didn't realize there was so much more to do after that bit.
But yeah, that's definitely one of the best. The speed of the SSD has been sort of touted by both sides, by Xbox and by PlayStation. And on paper, obviously, PlayStation have the faster one. But I wonder how much difference that's going to make in practice. Where when you got the console, obviously, it's going to do most of the heavy lifting. But if games are just designed to, Watch Dogs, for example, and like I said, if they're both the next gen versions are designed to load in 5 seconds. Is it going to load in 5 seconds on PlayStation and Xbox, or is it going to load in 2 seconds on PlayStation or something like that? But either way, 5 seconds.
5 seconds compared to what 15, 20 seconds is a massive difference.
That's really good.
I've got a feeling.
Remember if they
go on, Graham.
As I said, I don't know if they said they'll transfer that to the previous games as well. That the other generation games, that you can play on the new ones. Will that also have the game time sort of sped up a bit as well? The loading times.
All the back compat stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just by nature of the hardware, it's going to improve load times across the board. Obviously, there'll be some that are, what's the word? Like specifically enhanced. Like again, Watch Dogs is getting a specific Series X
version,
upgrade,
so therefore
whereas something like Fusion Frenzy, for example, on the original Xbox, isn't going to get a
Fusion Frenzy
specific update, but it will still
be improved,
have a benefit,
run a bit quicker.
improve resolution, frame rates, and obviously load times as well. Although that loaded pretty quick anyway, so that would be like going back to the old N64 days of plug it in, turn it on, and you're off type thing.
As terrible as that was, it was still a fun multiplayer game. You have to admit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's quality.
It was just the announcer. You could just want to kill the announcer. He was quite annoying.
Yeah. All right. Well, what about you then, Graham? And other than obviously the load times, what are you looking forward to?
Obviously, everyone's mentioned the quick switching between the games.
Oh, yes.
An absolute blessing that one is.
Yeah.
Because not for the same reason for yours to sort of like to take place on other things, like when you get killed in one, so you can play the other. Mine was more so that sometimes your mood changes. You would play certain sort of long RPGs for so long, you start to feel a bit weary. So you want to switch to something sort of a bit faster paced to sort of pick yourself back up again. So I usually sort of dip into FIFA every now and then just to get the blood going again. And then before I drop back into something long-winded again.
Did I see that they did a comparison? I'm sure it was only last week, and it was a guy going from like a killing COD to switching into another game because he potentially got killed, and then switched back into COD to carry on playing it. Have you guys seen that video?
I've seen that video. But that certainly sounds like a sort of like the premise that could be possible. That that Graham referenced there. Obviously, I'm going to be the first one to die when we play Apex. So,
that is true.
So I can bugger off and play something else, some single player game or something while you guys.
Which makes me wonder why you play as Lifeline, because you're the one that's always dies first.
Because I can heal myself then. That's the only reason.
It's just because he wants to drop his package every game.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, what about you then, Ian? What are you looking forward to?
See, mine's more, it'll become in the future, but not should be on launch, but achievement stacks.
Oh, achievements, of course.
Of course, achievement stacks. Like before with the 360, when they bought a one version, the 360 version, double the achievements. I'm hoping they do the same for the Series X. So I get all the achievements Series X and all achievements on Xbox One version. I mean, that's me.
What happens if they don't do that? Are you going to send the machine back or something?
That's it.
It's so weak.
I'll write a letter.
Just
Dear
thinking,
Phil Spencer.
just think, it took 3 minutes 40 to get 1000 G in Language of Love, which you
Let's
love.
not go down this game.
So
yet.
on the Series X, imagine how fast that's going to go. It'd be done in seconds, wouldn't it?
I know.
Load in, sorted.
He's so weak. You might as well just say I was looking forward to sort of looking at the new Xbox shape and modelling it as a piece of art as it's there as a giant
that's boring
cuboid.
I could turn my Xbox on horizontal or vertical. Oh.
But you mean vertical?
Sorry, shut up.
Well, as long as you're looking forward to something, eh?
Achievement stacks, that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's very good. That's very good. Are you looking forward to achievement stacks as well, Daniel? I know you're a bit of a Chivo guy.
I'm not as hardcore as some of these other hardcore.
Yeah, go on, use your word wisely.
Yeah. Well, he's carried me out of a couple of Apex games, so I'm going to have to choose it very wisely. Yeah, I'm not overly fussed. I like achievements, but I'm not overly bothered by the stacks. I think when they first changed the UI and they were showing it off to, I think one of the guys in particular, Maka, made a video about the fact that he couldn't find achievements on the guide. And I think he caused a little stir of like, there might not be achievements in the Series X, which raised eyebrows for about 2.5 days until he was like, no, I've been told we're okay. It's a later feature that's on a back end. They can't show it because it's going to do something else. So yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I'd be quite happy if they got rid of them.
Oh,
Wouldn't bother
what?
me in the slightest.
Well, the PlayStation have just updated their trophies, so I think this is something that would.
I think they're going to update it. That's why because I think they've hidden it off on the phone apps, haven't they?
Yeah, it's
all hidden.
everything. Yeah, they've taken a feature out of the new app, haven't they? So I would imagine there is something. I'm wondering if they go PlayStation route and do this whole need to get this achievement. This is interlinked with YouTube or whoever, one of our partners, and here's the guide, which would be pretty cool.
They do at the moment with True Achievements, don't they?
They do, but more like Stadia-esque. So you can kind of literally there and then hit that button and you find out how to do it. I'm not confirming anything. I'm just obviously shouting rumours out. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah. Hopefully they still bring those achievements for, even if it's not stacks. I mean, they do it for Windows 10 and Xbox, so I can't see why not.
Greedy man.
Another thing
the achievements.
I'm hoping they fix the streaming side of things to the phones and other devices, because they keep plugging it quite a lot with the new apps and everything. Every time I try and stream it to my tablet or my phone or anything, I always get that little connection thing. Your connection may be sort of at a loss, and it always sort of chugs on certain games and certain hardcore games.
From your console.
Yeah.
I had it the other day, actually. I was streaming from my PC to my PC and kept flashing black. I kept flickering. It was really frustrating.
I just, what do you have to do? I mean, I've got a decent connection. I've read up online on the best way to do it. Put my Xbox in a DMZ on on my hub, just so all ports are open. Still, certain games you have to play on the lowest quality to even just be able to play it.
I think part of it is we still rocking the original machine, aren't we?
That's what I'm thinking is, if this new machine obviously is that final piece of the puzzle, suddenly you can stream games to your phone without it chugging or cutting out.
Yeah, I still get screen flickering with the X, so hopefully, the Series S changes it. But even with my One X, I still get screen flickering and it being all annoying.
Other than that, I literally don't know how high profile everything else has to be for it to stream. Like, who has it on very high quality? You must have some sort of PC that's over like $3,000, an internet connection that's out of this world, and only one device or two devices connected to the router to sort of not throttle the bandwidth.
Have you managed to try xCloud at all, Daniel? Because you've got an iPhone, haven't you?
I've got an iPhone, yeah. So I've been xClouding all this week, actually testing it out and playing Resident Evil 7 BioWare, not Biohazard. Why BioWare?
Resident Evil BioWare. Wow.
Yeah, what is up with me? So I have had the little icon that you've been mentioning, Graham. That kind of that predominant. You've lost signal, or your signal's really choking. I've also had, I don't want to call it screen tearing, but like screen blocks that come down certain sides. So where the shades kind of all of a sudden go very strange. It works. It has been working. It's given me the chance of, while the kids have been having dinner, I've been able to quickly whip out a controller and play. But yeah, I have had some of those issues. So I don't know what is. I don't know what it is. I've got a. God, I can't even think what box I've got. I'm looking at it and my brain has completely melted.
Xbox?
I have got an Xbox, yeah. I've got the One X. So I've got the One X. My internet might not be the greatest in the world. But yeah, I don't know what the issue is. It's frustrating, but it has worked. So I can't complain too much.
Yeah, I've found that a few times the very few times I've tried it when I've streamed at home. And no matter what I do, putting on 5G, putting on fucking Ethernet, everything, nothing seems to get rid of that little signal popping up every 5 or 6 seconds.
I've got a feeling that's just what happens. It, I guess, reminds you that you're still connected. Maybe it's the connection between the box and the phone, not as opposed to your phone to the internet.
Yeah, I think another thing they don't mention is some games are more hardcore than others for it to transfer through. Because you can play sort of an arcadey kind of game without any kind of hassle to your phone. But if you play a game like FIFA, which is sort of a high streaming one, that I've rarely got that to work. I can just about get it on my laptop on the lowest quality with minimal lag, and you can't play FIFA with any lag, with any consistency.
Yeah, well, I couldn't imagine playing FIFA. I thought about trying it, and then I thought, no, I don't want to take the L.
Not on the iPhone.
Because
Don't do it
of-
on the iPhone.
Yeah.
On the phone, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I had a good go with what was it? I played Battletoads on xCloud and it was really good, and also Forza Horizon 4, and it was surprisingly really good as well.
Yeah,
Was that from the console though, or was that from the cloud?
That's from the cloud, yeah.
Yeah, from the cloud's a lot better. A lot better. I was
did
playing
that.
some Tell Me Why on the cloud the other day
Did you try the finger touch screen yet?
with the touch control. I thought it was going to be touch controls, as in like touch prompts, but it's just like a
Oh
touch
no, it's like a
controller.
touch on a pad,
Yeah.
like a phone, yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting it. You know, sort of like the dialogue
Point and
option.
click.
And yeah, like you press on a dialogue option, but it's literally just a virtual controller, which I wasn't a big fan of. But at the same time, it worked really well. I lay there on the sofa while the kids were watching TV and just played it for an hour or two. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to get back to it at some point.
Yeah, I got one of these, the new Wazukishi ones. So I'm enjoying just lying on the sofa and playing with that. I find it easier.
You got one then, did you?
Yeah, I did. Where is it? Here it is. There it is. So yeah, I find it quite useful actually, because it's especially when Mrs. wants to watch TV or something, you don't want to go upstairs or less hassle. Just whack on Forza or Battletoads, dream it, job done.
Happy days.
Oh, yeah.
We
Happy
kind of
days.
got off topic here, but it's all Xbox.
What was the
related, so-
topic?
It was
Looking forward
new
to the console, then
features.
we got
Streaming was a new feature. I'm hoping that is something that is
yeah. Hopefully,
brought to-
streaming will be improved.
improved. Yeah.
and much more streamlined and work better going
Yeah,
forward.
so not completely off topic.
Not completely, but
We're talking about Xbox.
Still relevant, yeah.
Or VJ.
All right, I'll just go over mine quickly then, because Graham waffled on for ages. So
Let me guess, you're going to repeat us all. Oh, I like this, I like this.
basically, yeah. So what I want to do is see streaming and achievement stacking, and I am actually going to repeat Graham slightly. The quick resume. For me, I like to play a lot of games at once, especially for the tavern. I end up reviewing 2 or 3 at a time, and it will be so handy to be able to just, if Graham said, if I get sick and tired of one game, or if I'm stuck on one, just pop over to the one and have that first one suspended in place, ready for me to come back to it when I'm ready. And then the same for the second game, same for the third game. If I want to have a quick game of Fortnite or Apex with one of you got, I can, and then straight back to him within 5-6 seconds as well. It seems like that's going to be one of the biggest quality of life improvements for the Series X. I don't think the PlayStations have announced they're doing anything like that. I don't know whether they are or not, but that seems to be the biggest draw for me with the Series X, other than obviously the improved frame rate and 4K and HDR and all that gubbins, which I'm not really all that bothered about. But being able to suspend 4, 5, 6 games at once.
I mean,
Bit of a
is it like
first
they
world
announced
issue,
how
but-
many games you can actually...
I think they said, well, not. I don't think they've said specifically, but from the reports of all the people who have got one already, that some have said they've managed to hold up to 7, some have said they've managed to hold 3 or 4, but they've been bigger games, because it's sort of, as I understand it, it sort of like takes the whole game and just sort of sticks it in a corner of the hard drive.
Yeah, freezes it as such, doesn't it?
Yes.
okay.
200 gig that's missing out of the terabyte. You got the usable storage of 802 or 803, something like that. Those 200 gig is obviously the operating system, and then there's a massive chunk for quick resume. So whatever game you're playing gets stored there. There's not been sort of specific, you can store up to this amount, but there's been varying reports, like I said, from 3 or 4 to 7, and maybe even beyond. Why you'd ever need to have 7 games suspended, but I don't know. But then again, the other thing with it as well is obviously if you get a system update, it doesn't interrupt that, so you can let that system update and then go straight back to the game. If you unplug it and move it, up the road, cross country, put it in a loft for a couple of years and come back to it, it'll still be there, quick resume, ready for you to come back and play exactly where you left off. And
That's mad if that works.
As someone who's going to be traveling around quite a bit next year, it's going to be handy to be able to unplug it, take my console where I'm going, leave it off all day long while I'm working, plug it in the evening, and just pick up exactly where I left off. No issues, no dramas. Obviously, it won't work for online games like Apex and stuff like that, but for single player stuff and offline stuff, that's definitely the thing I'm looking forward to the most.
Oh, I was wondering if game updates caused it to bomb out though.
I suppose game updates probably would do because they're directly affecting the game. But yeah, apparently system updates it will just hold the games as if, like I said, if you plug it, unplug it, or if it's just I can't even speak now.
So if you haven't saved, I bet you're still quivering a little bit, saying, "I might need to flick back to save it on that one."
If I save it, I'm not too sure. Let me double check this.
I wonder if autosave will be then just a standard feature in games now, as opposed to the kind of hardcore.
Maybe there might be even be some sort of system level where it will. Again, I don't know this, but it might sort of save it every, I don't know, say 10 minutes or whatever, kind of like how it constantly records your gameplay. Just do like a system level save so that if you do lose power, or if the game not if you lose power, so if the game does need to update or something, if it crashes or whatever, you could sort of jump back to that point. I don't know, but that sounds feasible in my very technically minded brain, of course, that understands all of this perfectly.
Didn't they mention as well that you didn't have to? So at the moment with this launch, not with this launch, with the previous launch, or the current Xbox, you had to leave it always on so it could do those updates in the background. But they're saying with the new Series X, you don't have to have the console like permanent, air quotes, permanently on. You can have it shut off, and it will do these, as you said, in the background, or they will do them automatically, or it'll be so quick there is no kind of messing around.
Part of it will be so quick. I'm not sure about if it's off. I guess if it's.
I was about to say surely that's an impossibility.
In the standby mode.
Yeah.
But it might also, like you were saying, like download it in the background, and then when you turn it off, it will do it. Like not power it off completely, but when you shut the machine down, it might.
Save it computer mode. Shut down
like
and install updates.
Basically, But the quick resume is definitely going to be a nice little bonus to have on top of all the other gubbins of more power and more efficiency and all that niceness.
Yeah, now he's waffling on.
All right, waffle.
I'll just repeat myself. So anyway, achievement.
Repeat what we've all said.
I really want achievement stacking because then I can get more language of love achievements. All right, so that was the gist of the first topic of the
horizontal or vertical though?
Is it horizontal? No, horizontal in it, and vertical. Yeah.
Well, where are you having yours?
I'm having mine vertical. Like I said, I'm building myself a little shelf. I'm gonna go behind the TV, and I'm gonna have it just sticking out, probably about halfway, sticking out above the screen, so I can see the top of it and just bask in the little Xbox logo, and then it'll be out of the way of the kids as well, then, so they won't be able to put anything in the vents.
What about you, Dan?
I'm going vertical, but I have to redo my whole space, so that's a bit of a pain. So vertical.
And Graham?
Yeah, vertical as well. It's probably going to be tucked behind the TV, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You're laying yours down, and you said?
Yep. Have to. My TV unit is under my TV, and it makes sense.
So
just stand it in the middle of your room. Get rid of your table and just
use it. Use it as a stool.
Yeah, and whatever you do, don't put a coffee on top of it, for God's sake.
Keep it warm.
I was going to say, keep it nice and toasty. Yeah.
God, no. Yeah.
All right. So do you want to talk about some of the games we've been playing recently? Obviously, we've all been doing a few reviews here and there over the last week or so. I know, obviously, as we were saying in the haphazard intro, Graham's been reviewing some bits and pieces. We put up one of your reviews, the Cobra Kai. What's it called? Cobra Kai, the Legend.
Cobra Kai, the saga continues or something like that. Yeah,
the saga continues. Yeah. So, do you want to have a quick chat about that?
Yeah, I went into that quite excited because I heard so many good things about the sort of the series because it was like a YouTube series that took a hit and then went on to Netflix, and so it was like really good. So I thought, okay, I'll watch that at the same time as playing the game, and it was the TV series was good. So I thought, okay, I can get into this bit now, and the graphics were starting to look okay. It's kind of like a Streets of Rage style side scroller. That's it, and then the action happens, and wow. It's kind of took arcade bit to the next level, but like I said, it was designed by a first timer because the enemies were just flying about all over the place. The hit detection was all over the place. There's so many different moves that you could do that it kind of got a bit lost. I know you had a little taste of it yourself.
Yeah, I had a quick go at your request just to make sure you weren't you weren't being daft, and I'll refrain from telling you what I told you. But I really didn't. I didn't, especially as you said, like compared to Streets of Rage, which was earlier this year. Obviously, Streets of Rage 4 was
well, that just did do the simple things well, and it becomes an enjoyable game. They just kept throwing everything at it and forgot the main bit. The main kind of crux of the combat was just a bit of a mess, and it just didn't make sense. Sort of, I know obviously they have to have people to fight, but random people off the street, you're just randomly fighting people. So
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, with one of them, I lost it when it said mother popped up. So you're fighting a mother, and that just confused the hell out of me because she could call other enemies to help fight alongside her, and I said, why is this a baddie? Why is a mother a baddie?
They weren't her children, were they? They weren't kids.
No, they weren't kids. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, just like you're thinking Johnny from the Karate Kid just randomly taking it out on a mother. Just walking down the street, I was like, I'm pretty sure this doesn't happen in the series. I'm really hoping. That's what I was like, has anyone seen it? Does he randomly beat up a mother in the series? Just walks down the street and just literally starts whooping her, and then suddenly she turns it back on and calls for extra help. Suddenly her mother and two of her friends start sort of bringing it onto him.
You have to carry on watching and find out and let us know.
Yeah, it just a lot of potential, but just too many things, and it just kind of spoilt it a little bit.
I did have Ian down next, but I'll save him. Dan, what have you been playing?
So I reviewed Scourgebinder, a roguelite game.
On Game Pass.
On Game Pass, yeah, it is in Game Pass. This game kicked my backside. It's one of the only... Well, it's not the only roguelite. Health is just a high commodity that you will never find. So as you go through 3 or 4 rooms, you'll get hit a couple of times. You don't have a great amount of health. And then you get to a boss and you're like, okay, if I get hit twice, I'm dead.
Twice?
Yeah, well, I think you start off with, I think it was 5, maybe 7 at a push of health.
Even so, that's still not a lot for a roguelike game.
No. And I suppose if you really peel it back, roguelike, you're meant to run the rooms, 5-10 times to get the health, to get the upgrades, so you can go through and defeat the boss. But it was like again and again, every time I went to this boss level, got my ass handed to me every single time. But there was a kind of a cool, as you were traversing the rooms, a cool mechanic. You had like this slash dodge type, so you would launch yourself forward and it would be part of your attack, which was quite nice. So you could all of a sudden chain a double jump, this slash attack, a single jump, and then keep going in and around this room, killing things, which was really, really cool. I quite enjoyed the movement in it.
Oh, nice.
So it's definitely worth playing. I'm definitely going to play some more because I'm not having that boss defeat me. Not yet, anyway.
I did quite like the art style to it. It's got quite a nice sort of retro look to it, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's I don't know who said it now. I think it was GameSpot mentioned that it had a kind of Dead Cells Celeste vibe to it. Which, I got heavy Dead Cells vibes when I was playing it. for me, also it would be a game that would be perfect playing on the Switch. It had that. It was that Switch. You know, when you think of a Switch game,
Yeah.
Like handheld kind of.
yeah, it was just perfect. Looked nice. It would look nice on the small screen. But yeah, I enjoyed the retro style to it, and it had a, I suppose, cyberpunk-esque colour to it, which was nice.
Bye, Jay.
So I'll see
Hi.
you.
I was just thinking, you mentioned games on the Switch. I just thought.
Oh
I'd
god,
just-
let me just show this.
just bring it just to make sure. I don't know if anyone's heard of this game. It's not Xbox necessarily, but please play it. Oh,
Put it away.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Of all of the games I love to play, Pikmin. Anyway, sorry. I just thought I'd interrupt everything with that. Right, Ian, it's your turn.
Hi.
What have you been playing?
Well, we're playing Hyperball Tournament, which is quite a good one. Sort of like, I think we played that EGX. Do you remember EGX West? We played it.
That vaguely rings a bell.
Oh, is that the one we? Okay, yeah. I didn't realize it was that one we played.
Yeah, the one where you like, it's like what's it called? 2v2. You
Yeah.
have to throw
Yeah.
a ball into a goal and then.
Yes, I was
Beat
the
people up.
random guy, wasn't I? I
Yeah,
played
he
against you
was.
two and we smashed you.
Yep. We had the developer with you.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, is this
Yeah.
not just
Oh, I
random
left
guy,
that bit
it's
out on
just-
purpose.
Random guy. He was the developer.
He was
Guy
hanging
made
around the
game.
booth all day. I don't know who he was.
He seemed to know a lot about it, but you know,
Yeah.
We know all the buttons,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, that's really, really good actually. Really, that's not a bad game. Yeah, that review will come to you shortly. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
good fun. I think I need to play it more multiplayer or like, so with friends and stuff. That'd be really good fun.
is there any
but
online or is it just local?
it's locals like a league, so you can go against people like computer AI in a league and then a cup. And obviously online side is where you kind of do 2v2 or 1v1 and go crazy.
Okay. Have you managed to find any online games or anything? Or-
No, that's it. That's it. Online's dead, so there's literally nothing you can do, which is
It's
a
the
shame.
problem with a lot of them smaller titles, like something like that, or what was that one that we reviewed a while back? Something like Drifter or something. I can't remember, but yeah, like, it was focus was online, and just there was no one playing it. at
Yeah,
all.
it's like no one's playing it online. That's it. That's a shame. It's more couch party kind of thing, but
Yeah.
online it's just absolutely dead.
It frustrates me when a developer knocks out the multiplayer and just puts couch co-op. I'd like you to put both.
Oh yeah, we had that ages ago, didn't we? Stickball, I think it was.
Stickball, yeah.
Looking so good to play, and then no, it's just local only.
And then you just look over and go, but I've got no one to play with.
Just line up 4 controllers and just fucking that in between them. Just, I can be my friend myself.
And I refuse to
have you-
call it a game.
Have you been playing anything else? Ian?
I refuse to call this a game, but I played a language of love. Experienced the
Oh,
language
that's
of love.
better. The language of love. How did it make you feel?
Like, it's so depressing.
Was it everything you dreamed of and more?
It's just some young boy MILF fantasy game. It's just weird, very weird. It's just. I even tried. I even thought, no, I'm going to actually try and read this. And I lasted about 5 minutes and I was like, I can't fucking do this.
Because you can't read. It was more.
both, because it was boring. I was like, I had enough. I'm done.
But you got some Chivos though, didn't you?
I haven't used them. Yes, but not on my tag yet.
Have you not? So you put them on my one, but you didn't put them on your one. This is an outrage.
Saving it for the rainy day.
How do I delete achievements? Can I get rid of them?
You love it. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. I timed it from start to end. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. To
Hang
get
on a
1,000
minute.
G.
You put achievements on other people's tags.
Oh.
Well, normally it's his wife putting achievements on his tag.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Graham.
I didn't say that.
I know.
I was waiting for you. I thought I'd get in there before you did.
But yeah,
So you
no.
didn't enjoy it then, but your review will be up later on once I finish it, making it
Making it what? Making it
into an article. Into an article. I'm halfway through finishing it. We'll get there.
It's literally one of the worst things I've experienced in my life. And that's speaking to you as well.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Good news. I started Watch Dogs Legions today. Yay. Hotfix is out. I can play it.
Yeah, we've finally got our code for it. So yeah, enjoy. Expect a review on my desk first thing Monday morning. Thank you very much.
It
Cheers.
will be that. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to let me know if I need to pick this up, as I'm so on the fence about it.
I tell you right now, from the first opening sequence, fucking yes.
Yes. Okay.
The opening sequence is like, yeah, this is amazing. This is going to be great. Why am I here?
You haven't even played it yet.
There's been a bit of a mixed review, bit sort of feedback to it, isn't it? Though
There's been a mixed bag on it. Yeah. There's
some
quite.
of
So
it was
far,
really good.
I've like from the like I've done about maybe 30, 40 minutes, and so far I've like, yeah, I want to keep playing. This is going well.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes onwards, because it seems to be very much. It's less handholdy than the other two, which is good.
I know. I need my handheld.
Did you play the other ones, Daniel? Watch Dogs 1 or 2?
I played a lot more of 1, 2. I dabbled. So yeah, I never finished any of them because I'm an ADD gamer. I'm here, there, and everywhere.
Oh, I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
I know what you
I'm
mean.
sure our backlogs are a mile long at this point.
Yeah. Come on then, Jay. What have you got? You must have had a few that you must have enjoyed
Oh yeah.
recently.
How's your X and
Picking
Y
up some of the
axis
chaff.
Oh, well, I'll start with a quick good one. What have I been playing? See, my memory is awful. I've literally
Well,
written about
Superbad was one of them.
there we go.
What's-
That was
what's-
the one I was thinking of.
What's the one with the XY axis?
We'll get to that.
Oh, Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
We'll get to
So-
that one.
So Superland, again, come out on Game Pass last week. Yeah, about a week or so ago. And this, I'd never heard of it before. I asked for the review code, a week and a half ago, and it is probably in my top 3 of the year so far.
Wow.
It is just awesome. It's so much fun. It takes inspiration from Portal, from Metroid, from Zelda,
Okay.
and just mixes it all together. It's like a first-person puzzle game with some sort of it's basically physics puzzles, but there's also a lot of sort of logic or just general puzzles that sort of require a flick a switch here, flick a door there type thing. But it's just constantly just surprising and just awesome. So much fun. The opening area, you start in a town, and it's not a very big town, but between where you start and the 20 seconds it takes to get to the gate, there's already a dozen things that you think, well, there's an item there, or there's something up there, or there's a character there I can talk to, or there's a sort of out of place block there that looks like I can do something with it. And then the more you explore, the more you find, the more powers you get, and then you can come back and again, sort of speaking to the Metroid aspect of it, you come back and you think, well, now I can move that block, or now I can get up to that ledge, or open this door, or now I've got this character's item, I can give it to them, and then they'll give me something. And it reminded me. I thought I was going mad at first because I kept thinking to myself, this reminded me so much of Breath of the Wild, where every corner there's something new to discover or something new to see. And then after I wrote my review, I should say, I went and read some other ones, and they all basically said the same thing. Every area, there's lots of little secret hidden compartments. It's sort of like there'd be a rock in front of a rock face, and from the sort of default view as you run past it, you wouldn't even think anything of it. But if you take the time to go around it, you'll find there's a little passageway, and then that little passageway leads to a massive open area, each again with its own puzzles and its own hidden areas, and extra characters and extra items to find and power ups. And yeah, it's just, I was just constantly blown away by it. I absolutely loved it. And it's good that it's on Game Pass, that it came out of nowhere and that it turned out to be so damn good. I just easily top 3 for me this year.
I know why you like it. It feeds your deviating habits.
It does.
You get given a mission, and then here's Jay doing the mission.
That's the thing. There's not even really
The mission is that way. Oh, whoa! What's that way though?
There's not even really a main.
Yeah.
Well, there is a story. It's sort of like it's all set in like a child's like garden. So all the characters are little stick men. And if you look up to the sky, you can see like the house and like a massive hose and slides and stuff where obviously the rest of the garden is. But it's just, it says you need to go and open this gate across the way, and then in between where you start and that gate, there's so many little hidden cubby holes and items and doorways. It's just and as you said, I like to deviate when
Yeah, I
we're
was about
playing.
to say.
And
Just a
it's
little bit. Literally just explained.
Here's Jay talking about deviation. Here's Jay talking about the story. Yeah, there's this. There's this.
It's just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, well worth a check out. It's on Game Pass. It's on. You can play it on xCloud as well. Via the phone.
I'll give it a
and
go.
it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And then the other one you'll see.
And then on the opposite end of the spectrum is this is the Zodiac speaking, which was probably one of the biggest disappointments of this year.
Whoa! Language of love.
I haven't played that yet. You played that for me. For me, I like horror games and like thriller games and stuff, and it just didn't work. It's got a decent setup. It's about the Zodiac killer of the 70s, I think it was, who was never caught. And it's about this investigative reporter who is obsessed with him, and he gets letters from the Zodiac, and he has to try and decipher the code he's sent him, and try and help catch him and try and speak to him. But it's just after that setup, it just nosedives. Nosedive. Not only is the stealth terrible,
Oh god, I
it
tried
looks
a bit
awful.
of it.
It plays horrendously, and it's just buggy as anything. Half the labels in the game don't match up to what they actually are. So it will say press Y to do this, but it's actually X. The invert Y option, which is what all true gamers play, obviously, invert Y doesn't work. But you can invert X and Y at once, or neither. You can't. The option menu just if you just invert Y, it doesn't work. Which made it near enough impossible for me to play anyway. I tried using mouse and keyboard, at which point the view just started panning randomly at random times, or the mouse cursor would just randomly pan of its own accord. Trying to hide from the Zodiac when he's patrolling around. As he gets nearer the music, the ambient music sort of ramps up to let you know he's closer, but there's no footsteps or other ambient noise, so you can't really tell where he is other than he's near you. And it's a one-hit kill, so if he catches you, you're dead, and you have to start the area again, although it does save your progression at least. And it just massively boring and disappointing, really. Aside from the technical issues, the bugs and the screen tearing and the mislabeled things, it's just boring, isn't it? Really boring and not worth the hard drive space it's taken up on my Xbox in a minute, so I need to delete it actually. But yeah, just an absolute waste of time. Such a shame.
Seemed like a good premise when I looked at it.
That's the thing. The idea is pretty interesting. Trying to decipher the Zodiac's hidden code and
it sounded
messages
promising, and then you look into it and actually start playing it, like, oh, why did I do this?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I asked Graham to have a go, and I asked Ian to have a go, just to make sure I wasn't being daft with the bugs and the control.
Screen tearing and everything.
Yeah, just excuse me, just horrendous. Yeah, really not very good at all. Not very good. I've got a couple other reviews coming up this weekend, but we'll skip over that for now because we're going a bit long. So, what are you guys playing this weekend? What are you looking to play some more over the?
I need to finish off Apex Legends Battle Pass, so I'm willing to play that more, but also have Watch Dogs Legions to play. So I'll be juggling them both as much as I can.
Of course, and the review will be with me first thing Sunday morning, yeah?
Monday morning. One day.
I've just changed my mind. Sunday, please. Thank you. Cheers.
Next Sunday, yeah? Cool.
Well, knowing you, it'll be Sunday just in time for Christmas. But
Oh! Zinger again.
What about you, Daniel? Are you still playing some more Resident Evil, or are you gonna branch out something else?
Yeah, so I'm working this weekend, so it will be, if I'm